Welcome back to the Mind Shift Show, where we turn the quiet questions in your heart into clear, courageous next steps. I am Pamela E. Bloomfield, your host and transformational life coach. Today's conversation is for the woman who feels like she should be further along by now. The woman who's done what was required, showed up for everyone else, built a life that looks right on paper, and is now quietly wondering, what about me? There's often an unspoken urgency at this stage of life, a sense that clarity needs to hurry up, and that purpose should have arrived fully formed, that you don't have the luxury of time anymore. Well, today we're slowing that down. We're talking about how to recalibrate your purpose path without rushing the drive so you can move forward with trust instead of pressure. So let's name the internal rush. Let's start by naming what's actually happening. I want you to think about your GPS, like when you miss a turn. It immediately says recalculating. And even though it's helping you, there's still frustration. That's how many women experience this season of life. A shift happens. Your children no longer need you in the same way. Your career doesn't feel fulfilling anymore. Your energy feels different. Or the life you built no longer matches who you're becoming. And suddenly, there's pressure to figure it out fast. For women over 40, that rush usually comes from three places. Number one, time pressure. You find yourself thinking, I don't have years to explore. Number two, from comparison. Everyone else seems clear, but me. And three, from responsibility conditioning. And you say, I've already taken up enough space. And this shouldn't take so long. But here's where I want you to do some reframing. Let's think about it this way. The rush isn't intuition, it's anxiety. Yeah. And anxiety rarely leads to aligned decisions. You know that. Earlier, I mentioned the GPS. I want you to understand that recalibration is not about starting over. Recalibration doesn't mean you failed. It means you've grown. When your GPS recalculates, it doesn't erase where you've been. It uses that information to redirect you. And your life works the same way. You're not late. You are updating the route based on lived experience. This is where you get stuck. You think purpose has to arrive as a bold declaration, but more often it shows up as a quiet realization in ways and thoughts, such as, this no longer fits. I want something simpler. I want my work to mean something different now. And that's okay. Let me assure you, that's not confusion. That's clarity unfolding slowly, honestly, and in layers. I want to share something briefly, not because this is about me, because this isn't, but because it mirrors what I see so often in women like us. There was a point in my own journey where I knew I was capable. experienced, and skilled. But guess this, guess this part. I hadn't fully named what all of that meant together. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't lost, but I wasn't rushing either. I was listening. And what became clear over time wasn't a brand, it wasn't a new identity. It was a deeper understanding of how my lived experience could be used with purpose. And that's what I see again and again with many women over 40. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You need permission to trust what you've already lived. Your experience isn't holding you back. It's pointing you forward and beckoning you to slow down the anxiety. And there is a way to slow the drive without stalling. Slowing down doesn't mean standing still. It means moving with intention instead of urgency. So today we're talking about recalibration, and I want to offer 3 ways to recalibrate without rushing. Are you ready? Take some notes. Number 1, shift from answers to awareness, because self-awareness is so important. Instead of asking, what should I do next? How about asking, what feels misaligned right now? Because clarity often starts with what no longer fits. Number 2, pay attention to your energy, not the outcomes. And so notice what consistently drains you and what quietly energizes you. Purpose leaves clues through your nervous system, not just your resume. I'm going to say that again. Purpose leaves clues through your nervous system, not just your resume. Number 3, allow small experiments. You don't need clarity to take a step. You need curiosity. So try something that's low pressure, something that allows you to reflect, to adjust, because that is progress. Purpose isn't found through force. You can't force it. It's revealed through relationship with yourself. That's where self-awareness comes in. I want to leave you with one grounding question. No rush to answer it. Just let it meet you where you are. Okay? Here's a question. Write it down. If I trusted that this season is preparing me, not delaying me, how would I move differently? I'll say the question again. If I trusted that this season is preparing me, not delaying me, how would I move differently? I want you to sit with that. Journal it. Notice what softens when you stop pushing for arrival. And here's what I want you to take away from this episode on today about recalibrating your purpose path without rushing the drive. You're not behind. You're not broken. You are becoming more honest about what you want. And can I tell you, that takes courage. So recalibrating your purpose path doesn't require rushing the drive. It doesn't require anxiety. It requires honoring your experience, your timing, and the woman you are now, right now. So thank you for spending time with me today on the Mindshift Show. As I always say, if this episode resonated, share it with a woman who needs permission to slow down. And remember, and you remember too, and remind her that her experience is her expertise. Replay this episode a few times. And when you're ready, download the free, fillable listener reflection and journaling cheat sheet that's somewhere down in my bio. It will help you to go deeper at your own pace. I would love to hear from you about how you're giving yourself the permission to move differently. Remember, the doors are always open for you to join my Coaching Your Growth program, where you can evolve through my proprietary ICAN framework. The link is also in my bio to book your free call. So until next time, keep shifting with intention.